Is it OG's time to shine or G2's deserved championship? Will Virtus.pro and Gambit defend the CIS region's pride, or will Vitality and EG finally put a stop to their lackluster record? Hey everyone, I am Godhunt, and all our questions will be answered this weekend. But until then, let's take a look at what's on the line for the teams in the playoffs. While looking at the playoffs bracket, our first matchup will be between Gambit and EG. Gambit is the best team in the world. Their core of Exile, Inters, Nafini and Shirov have been playing together for 25 months and so have developed unbelievable chemistry. They have reached finals in the last 6 Tier 1 tournaments and have won 3 of them. This is a team with no chinks in their armor. But losing 2 against Vitality and dropping a map against Complexity shows that they are not indomitable. However, beating Gambit will not be an easy task for EG. EG, who have been struggling since last year, have found themselves ranked 38th on HLTV. Group stage exits in last 5 tournaments have hammered a dent into their confidence, but suddenly have been given a new lease of life as their recent additions in MICHU and Obo are lighting up the servers with multi-kills. This event is already a success in my books for EG, as they have taken down Heroic and Spirit, who are hailed as some of the best. Now, if I had to predict a winner, I'll have to go with EG, because they look good against already established names. And even if they have lost to OG, I would want to attribute that loss to not having data to prepare against them. A win here for EG can mean more time for Stanislaw to get things in order within the team before IEM Cologne and Blast finals. On the other hand, Gambit most likely have their sights set on IEM Cologne and Blast finals. A loss here shouldn't hurt them a lot. That being said, they would probably want to win the event because we know that once a winning streak is broken, it's difficult to get back in prime form. Our next quarterfinal is between Virtus.pro and Vitality. Both find themselves in a similar boat but due to different reasons. Despite having Zybu, who is arguably the best player in the world, Vitality have made group stage exits in the last 6 tournaments. They have been under heavy criticism for their results and inducting Kyojin into the team. Carrying one rookie is hard enough, now Zybu has to carry both of them? If we take a look at the stats for the last 3 months, Zybu has a rating of 1.30 and the rest of them have ratings below or equal to 1.0. Should this be happening? Should they not have another player who can at least offer some support in terms of kills? Surely Zybu has a breaking point where he cannot carry the team anymore. In this event, however, Misuta has also shown up in terms of numbers and posted a 1.29 rating alongside a godlike 1.44 from Zybu. Now this is a positive sign, but it is the first step. These numbers have to be more consistent. For all we know, things could just go back to how they were, and that would be, in my opinion, a massive disrespect to Zybu. Now, for Virtus.pro, things aren't looking as bad. Sure, they have had 3 bad tournaments in a row where they lost to Havu once, but to be honest, it looked like their slow style was figured out after they lost Karaviza finals against Gambit. It just looked like they lost their mojo. But when they went to play in a very stacked CIS RMR, they looked alright as they finished second. Sure, the event is in headlines recently, but I would like to believe that VP would have placed top 4 regardless. Well, if I had to put my money, I'd pick Virtus.pro in this quarterfinal, mostly because all of VP's players have looked good. Yakindar is back on his usual aggressive antics, breathing down the opponent's neck by taking away space from them. Kickert is back in form, and James never went away in the first place. He's always there with his op. It's a tough challenge for Vitality, and their win condition, in my opinion, would be to have another player pop off alongside Zybu, which is possible, but VP takes the cake for me. If what I think happens, our semifinal should be G2 vs EG and OG vs VP. G2, in my opinion, should be the rightful winner of this event. From going out 7th to 8th to consistently making playoffs, G2 have found themselves progressing steadily after the disaster that was Nico's op. Amanek has adapted very well to the op, as he has proved again to be one of the most versatile players in the game. He is always the guy who is filling the holes, and he has once again done it well. What can this guy not do? He can entry with a Mach 10, giving him the name Amanek 10. He can anchor the bomb sites. He's also a support player, and now he can op as well. Also, another player that needs to be talked about is Jax. Being the oldest in the team, he has a crisp aim and does his role very well. Amanek and Jax, in my opinion, are the biggest reasons of why G2 is as good as they are. Sure, Nico and Hunter are performing well, but Jax and Amanek are facilitators of those performances. I also want to point out that they should have won Flashpoint 3 after they beat Heroic, but they lost to Mouse Sports and NIP, which shouldn't have happened. Anyway, if I had to pick between EG and G2, the G2 should be the clear choice. And there's no way that EG can overcome G2 right now. And if they do, the onus will be on G2. Since the inception of the team, OG have always been middle of the pack. Sometimes top 10 or top 15, they would make playoffs here and there but never won any tournament. It always felt like they needed that one player change that could make them a top 5 team. However, OG stuck with the roster for 1.5 years but never quite made it into the front runners. Coming into 2021, they had their run-of-the-mill quarterfinal finish in CS Summit. But after that, all hell broke loose as they went out last in Blast groups and went out last in IEM Katowice after coming in from play-ins. That is when they benched NBK and replaced him with Nico from Heroic, which came as a surprise to a lot of people because everyone expected Isa to go. One more thing that is suggested was the fact that there will be more than one roster change. Then they played in DreamHack Masters close qualifier where they lost to Voivoda, which is now Fiend, and couldn't make it out of groups in ESL Pro League. After that, they announced benching of Isa, who was replaced with Flamesy from Endpoint. This guy stirred up conversations after he stood out in the kill department when Endpoint were able to take down Fnatic and EG in EPL groups. This was a big move and fans were now very excited to see where the team will go from here. Their first showing was in Blast Showdown and they blew out Astralis on Inferno and were able to squeak it out on Dust 2. And even if they lost to G2 in the next matchup, it was clear that the team is in the right direction. Next tournament for them was the RMR, where everyone expected them to make a deep run, but they didn't deliver at all and just disappeared in the last place, losing to Vitality and Astralis, who aren't even the best of the opponents. Now, after that long journey, they have come into IEM Summer all guns blazing, not giving any chance to their opponents, took down NIP, Virtus.pro and EG in massively one-sided matches. Although they did choke a 14-7 lead against EG on Dust 2, they are looking very strong. They are essentially fulfilling the promise they made for Flashpoint 3. You know what they say, better late than never. Now, do I think they are strong enough to beat Virtus.pro? To that, I'll have to say a big no, because they are getting better as the tournament has progressed and in my opinion is better than the version OG faced a few days ago. However, Mantu and Flamesy's performance will be OG's win condition. I feel that the match will be very close, but VP will take it. Now, if all my predictions turn out to be correct, our finals will be G2 versus VP. I have said earlier in this video that it is G2's tournament to lose, and I have a firm belief that they will win this tournament. All players in G2 are hitting their best form right now. Nexa is making good calls, and they have only lost Ancient to FPX, who diligently prepared for it. So for me, G2 takes the tournament. That's it. Let me know who you have winning IEM Summer. Also follow me on Twitter and subscribe to me on this channel. Thank you for watching the video and I'll see you later. Goodbye.